not in Kansas anymore. You're on Pandora.
To me, 3D is just like color. It's just something that adds, that heightens the viewer's awareness and sense of inclusion in the action. It's not an end in and of itself. So we have to make it comfortable, involving, and inviting. It really invites you spatially into the scenario that you're watching.
I think there was a tendency to say if you're going to do it in 3D, you have to do it differently. You have to tell that story differently. And you know, at the end of the day, it's the same story and it's told the same way.
The more you become enamored of the stereoscopic illusion as a filmmaker and just want to play with that, the less you're actually telling a story. I always believed that 3D would be stillborn in broadcast if you had to do a separate 3D production and a separate 2D production of the same event. It was never going to make sense. You had to do an integrated production. And if that meant deriving your 2D feed from the 3D camera from a single eye, or having your 3D camera piggybacked onto a 2D camera, it's really the same thing, ultimately. As long as there's still only one camera operator, having to light artistically for 2 to 3 cameras is really the problem. It's not whether you're in 2D or 3D. That's not your primary issue. In fact, when I was shooting multi-camera on Avatar, it was really just how do you make the lighting nice for 3 camera positions. It's hard to do. I used exactly the same aesthetic I always did when I operated the camera myself. I'm not looking at a 3D picture. I'm looking at a 2D picture. I'm composing for it. Yes, in the back of my mind, I know that if you're doing a kind of a dirty over the shoulder, you don't let the person hang in and out of the frame. They're in or they're out, you know? And if you're hand holding and you step behind them, you step decisively to that position. You don't kind of waver and let it float on the frame line. A few little rules. We went into it early on thinking, oh well, we're going to have to reinvent how we make films. It turns out not to be the case.
We're just bringing new technology that allows you to get another result from your effort.
So right now we're all about 3D ubiquity, massive adoption. And we want to work with the A-listers, you know, Scorsese, right? 3D, bring it on. I'll completely change everything, you know, I'll integrate it into my art. And of course he went out and did the best 3D photography that anybody had ever done, period, including ourselves working on Avatar. You don't have to know anything about 3D. We'll stand behind the scenes and either the cameras will do it for you or we'll twiddle a few knobs in post-production. You don't have to worry about it. Just do what you do. Just blaze with the style that you know. And we know how to make it good 3D.